Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another live stream from Toronto Pearson International Airport. I'm your host for today, Joe the Plane Spotter. That's a good way to start the show. It's China Airlines Cargo 777. It is 7:02, July 26. Right up front, I'm going to apologize if I miss your comment or read it correctly because I forgot my glasses. I usually have a spare in the car, but not today. That was China Airlines Cargo from Anchorage. Looks like our next arrival is coming in from Ottawa, Porter Airlines, E195. Just as I got here, a couple of narrow-body planes went to the end. Hopefully that continues today. The planes today are arriving from the east, and they're using runway 23 for departures on the north side of the airport. Today I'm on the south side. Last Sunday they were arriving from the west and taking off to the east. But as you know, things can change very quick here. Looks like we're going to get first Air Canada Express from Pittsburgh, Embraer E175. Looks like that's going to sneak in front of the Porter. It's a little hazy today. Not much wind. A little warmer than it was last Sunday when I was here. We plan on going to roughly around 10 o'clock. See what happens. Yeah, looks like we have about 4 or 5 planes coming in right now. I don't usually start this early, but I was checking the radar and I saw the China Airlines cargo coming in, so I figured I might as well start. This is not my favorite configuration because I don't really get a good close-up of the planes, but nothing we can do. Yeah, I see a few planes in the horizon. It looks like it's going to be the Air Canada Express coming in first from Pittsburgh. And that is, right now it's been flying for 41 minutes, so probably about 43 minute flight, 42 minutes from Pittsburgh. Well, we might as well try to get some of these planes coming in. Like I said, it's not going to be the best. I can't even see them yet. There we go. That's Air Canada Express from Pittsburgh. Embraer E175. Once they get into that hill there, they kind of disappear, so I might as well just go back to this is Porter Airlines from Ottawa, Embraer E195. And that is about, sorry, my apologies, from Halifax. That is, man, I'm really inhibited without my glasses here. I think it's about a 3-hour flight or so, I'm not too sure. It's here, but I can't read it. From Halifax, Porter Airlines. Up next we have Flair Airlines coming in from Mexico City. Boeing 737 MAX 8. And that is a 4-hour flight. 4 hours and 27 minutes. I'm improvising today. I'm using my Canon camera and zooming into my flight radar so I can see how long the flight was and stuff. So gonna have to improvise today. Now we'll get there. There's Flair Airlines. Up next we have Air Canada for Montreal, Airbus 220. And that is about a 1 hour flight. Well, we have some cyclists over here. There you go. You guys are live on YouTube. Air Canada for Montreal. Up next we have Air Canada for Mexico City, Boeing 737 MAX 8. And that's 4 hours. Yeah, 4 hours and 20 minutes. Well, at least it's not terribly hot for now anyways. I think there was chance of rain for later on in the afternoon, but I'll be gone. Air Canada for Mexico City, Boeing 737 MAX 8. Looks like our next arrival is Caribbean Airlines, Boeing 737 MAX 8. And that is coming from Port of Spain, and it's a 5 hours and a half roughly flight. It, that's usually where the A380s park when they arrive here. That's usually their gate. Just basically one on the other side of that tower there, and the other one on the other side. Looks like we have Egypt Air 777 from Cairo. That's gonna follow the Caribbean Airlines. Let me just see. Yeah, that's roughly around 11-hour flight from Cairo. Egypt Air 777. But first we have Caribbean Airlines from Port of Spain. And then right behind it, more or less, unless another plane sneaks in, will be Egypt Air 777. And cross our fingers, it comes to the end. Probably won't come to the end. But like I was saying before, I had a couple narrow body planes come right down to the end. I got a video of United Airlines in special livery. Oh, it looks like it might be coming to the end. Nice. Thank you. I guess they must use the other gates so they come down to the end here. But that's always nice for us to get a close-up. Especially a different plane like this, Caribbean Airlines. Nice. Yeah, I'm not complaining. When the narrow bodies come to the end, I can get a nice good shot for you everyone watching. Nice. Hopefully the 777 of Korean Air does the same. That will be our next arrival. You know, I've never been on Boeing 737. I'm just trying to think the last Boeing plane I was on. I don't even remember. Most of my latest flights have been Airbus 321, 310, believe it or not, 330. I think maybe my last Boeing flight was a 757, a long time ago. Two, 4 left. Egypt Air has now been cleared to land. I'll show you the windsock there in a second. It's like limp. It's not even blowing at all. We'll see it in a second here. There it is there. Well, that's nice. We got 2 heavies so far, so it's good. Now you can see the flag is barely blowing there. So far, it looks like I'm the only one here. No one's on the hill, Tick Hill. I think I might have seen Elman temporary windows when I was on the 401. I think I might have seen his vehicle, and he might be up there to my right. Could be someone else as well. So, all right, let's concentrate on this 777 Egypt Air from Cairo. And I think I said it was about a 14-hour flight. Yeah, 11 hours. Yeah, 11-hour flight. 11 hour and 3 minutes right now. They've also been bringing in the 787, but I guess it all depends on the capacity. But lately I've been getting the 777, so. I don't know, it's stopping pretty quick. I think it, oh no, it's stopping short. Believe it or not, eh? The 737 went long, and this guy's stopping short. Thanks, buddy. I don't know if anybody's familiar with SATA Airlines, but they're when they used to fly the Airbus A310, their logo is very similar to this. They had like a bird on the side of it. Very similar. Blue and white as well. Oh, well, that sucked. Yeah, I thought for sure that 777 was coming to the end, but yes, anything can happen out here at the airport. 737 comes long, 777 goes short. All right, let's see where our next arrival might be. Well, thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button. It really helps me out. Thank you. I wonder if they're going to start using this runway for departures. The last few weeks I've been here, they've been using both runways for departures and arrivals. So the sun's just starting to come up over the tree here. Because I do see Rouge, Air Canada Rouge. Yep. There is Air Canada Jets going to Bedford, Airbus 320. So it looks like they're going to be using this runway for departures as well. I don't know, I saw Air Canada Rouge, but who knows? Oh yeah, I see the Jets plane there. Yeah, it could be just, yeah, the Air Canada Rouge is going to a gate, and the Jets, Air Canada Jets is on the taxiway. It might be going to runway 23. Okay, let's concentrate to see what we have next here. Looks like our next arrival is coming in from New York, Air Canada, Airbus 220. And New York, it's about a 1-hour flight. Yeah, we'll probably see the Air Canada Jets plane, an all black livery. We'll probably cross the screen in a minute or so. I don't know if it's going to a gate, but it's just on the other side of this Egypt there. It's probably going to the other runway, runway 23. Yeah, there it is there. Okay, I see in the horizon the Air Canada Airbus 220 from New York, airport code EWR. Oh, here's my little baby groundhog. Oh, he's very scary. He gets scared. As soon as a truck comes or something, he goes right back underneath the fence. Yeah, Air Canada has just been cleared to land. Usually around 8 o'clock or so. Lately they've been changing operations, but I have noticed a few times where they just leave everything the same in the morning. Plus I'm in the shade here a little bit more, and the phone doesn't overheat as much. When I'm on Dixie Road, the sun is like right in my face on the phone, so it really heats it up. That's more for in the winter time when it's cold out, when you want some heat. A whole bunch of birds just flew right by the runway. There's a whole tons of birds. The Egypt there is just pulling in now to the gate. There we go. Looks like they're towing Air Canada Rouge plane there. Just right there. I don't know if you can see it or not. Yeah, there's a plane right behind it. Let me see if... Looks like they might be towing both of those planes because the transponder is not even on. From what I understand, if there's no one on the plane, they don't have to have the transponder on, but if there's or something like that. I don't know. If there's people on the plane, like, then they have to have the transponder on. Alright, I'm just keeping an eye on Air Canada Express from Raleigh, Durham. And that is Embraer E175. And let me see how long that flight is. That's about 1 hour and 30 minutes. Doesn't look like there's anybody on the hill, Tick Hill up there. That's a great spot when the planes are departing from this side and departing into the east, because you get a nice and close view, very, very close. But it is a very narrow ridge there, and I haven't been there in probably 2 years or so, maybe longer, and I don't remember there being any ticks, but I guess maybe I didn't know about the ticks, but supposedly there's tons. That's why they call it Tick City or Tick Hill. So I'm gonna stay away from there. But it is a great view. That it is. You're right above the fence. The planes get nice and close. Alright, so let me get this Air Canada Express from Raleigh, Durham. Yeah, they're so small you can't even barely see them. Looks like they're doing fire operations there. Training. I just saw the water cannon from the fire truck. Maybe they'll come by here. I'll get a nice video. That's going to hide in the hills soon. Up next we have WestJet from Ottawa, Boeing 737. Well, that's not a very long flight either. Last week I had a WestJet from Hamilton. It was like 14 minutes. Oh, there the jets, black Jets planes just taking off. Yeah. Ottawa's 36 minutes, so let's just say 40-minute flight. WestJet. We got some planes coming in here. That's good. Some planes is better than no planes. It's too bad I can't get in a little bit closer for you, but that's the way she goes. You really see the differences of different 737s, the older ones and the 737 MAX 8. Big difference. The size, for sure. The engines as well. Well, up next we have Air Canada from Boston, Boeing 737 MAX 8. And it's about 1 hour and 11 minutes or so. Looks like we got someone dropped off at the hill there. Let me zoom in. Yeah, someone's setting up over there. That's Air Canada from Boston, Boeing 737 MAX 8. Yeah, that ridge over there, Tick City, when you first get from the road, it's very narrow there. It never used to be that narrow. But I think there's a little bit of erosion there, so. And it's very tight, and there's a big hill. If you slip, you're going down into that creek. And it's all full of rocks down there, so it's not worth the fall. All right, up next we have from Ottawa. It's Porter Airlines, Embraer E195, and it's about what did I say earlier? 31 minutes, 40 minutes or so? 37 minutes, yeah. Let's just say 40 minutes from Ottawa. I believe these planes are landing on 24 left, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 24 left, yeah. Just told this guy to cross the runway 24 right. Up next, after this, we have Porter Airlines from Quebec. That's about a 1 hour and 2 minute flight or so. And it's another Embraer E195. Air Canada from Quebec. Sorry, Porter Airlines from Quebec. It's about a 1 hour and a 3-minute flight. So these planes are landing on 24 left and they're crossing 24 right, and then they're heading on to their gate. I'm just trying to get I know I should know the runway, the numbers of the runway, but I don't know, I guess I'm learning. I'm a slow learner, I guess. I've been streaming for about 45 minutes.
Clear to land runway 24 left. Clear to land 24 left, was it 899.
Our next arrival is WestJet, Boeing 737, coming in from Montreal.
Polaris 601, contact departure 1288 today. 1288, 601. Good morning, aircraft 41, Island 24 left. Take care of the 401, turn to tower number 3, flying Embraer at 5 miles final, winds calm, clear to land runway 24 left. Clear land 24 left, clear down to 11. Take care of the 1113 tower, line up runway 23.
WestJet from Montreal.
Exit down 4, cross from 124 in. Exit 4, 241, was it 859.
Next arrival, Porter Airlines.
Canada 1113, winds calm, clear takeoff from Wichita 3.
From Thunder Bay. Embraer E195.
859, contact ground 129. 129, Wichita 859. Wichita 8976, star, ladder from Wichita 3. Canada 1113, contact departure 1288, good day. Departure Canada 1113, good day. Wichita 8976, winds calm, clear takeoff from Wichita 3. Wichita 1032, tower, ladder from Wichita 3. Order 222, exit Delta 4, cross runway 24 right. Delta 4, cross 24 right, order 222.
Up next, Air Canada for Montreal, Airbus 220.
Order 222, contact ground 129. Ground now 219, order 222. Wichita 8976, contact departure 1288, stay. 129, Wichita 1032, winds calm, clear takeoff from 123. Clear takeoff from 123. Chad 780, tower, ladder from 123.
Looks like she's coming along. Thank you.
Tower, hold, Air Canada 256, clear island 24 left. Canada 256, tower, winds calm, clear to line runway 24 left. Clear to line 24 left, Air Canada 256. Air Canada 401, exit Delta 8, cross runway 24 right. We got clear this 8 and close 24 right, Air Canada 10 forward 1.
That's always a nice surprise.
Chad 780, winds calm, clear takeoff from Wichita 3. Wichita 2580, tower, ladder from Wichita 3. Wichita 1032, contact departure 1288, good day. 128, Wichita 1032, good day. Canada 401, contact ground.
Next arrival is Air Canada from Winnipeg. Boeing 737 MAX 8. And that is 1 hour and 50 minutes flight time. I have this little baby. Oh, it's so cute. There's this baby groundhog. It goes underneath the fence, grabs a flower, and then it runs back underneath the fence. They're very scared. This is that was Air Canada Boeing 737. Up next we have another Air Canada from New York, LaGuardia. It's Airbus 320, and that's about an hour flight, 54 minutes, 50 minutes. So far they've been using runway 24 left for departures, and runway 23 for, sorry, the other way around. Runway 23 for departures and runway 24 left for arrivals. There you go, we finally got it. My friend JAC Plane Spotting would be very proud of me. I always just say we're on the north side of the airport and we're on the south side, but I guess I should get the correct runway number. Well, let me just check the radar. There is China Cargo Airlines. It's about 15 minutes out. That's a 777 freighter. Hopefully that comes over here. But as you know, things can change very quickly here. I remember I did a stream here a few months ago. I think they changed the configuration like 3 times in the 2 hours that I was here. Air Canada from New York, Airbus 320. Well, I'm keeping an eye on this China Cargo Airlines 777. It's about 10 minutes out coming in from Anchorage. It's at 11,000 feet. Lots of transponder action here on the tarmac. A lot of planes. I can't even count. I don't know, maybe 20 planes or so that are on at the gate, or departing from the gate, or arriving to the gate. Looks like the sun is just coming through the clouds now. Might have to change the old hat. Oh, don't tell me that. Okay. Alright, should help a little bit with the sun. This groundhog's so cute. It's so fast though. Basically comes underneath the fence, grabs a flower or a weed, and it goes right underneath the fence again. It's too fast. Leave it there for a sec, see what happens. It just came out again. There he is there, see? That's a baby groundhog. It's so cute. I saw it last week. I thought it was a mouse, but no, it's a groundhog. Nothing going on right now anyways, I might as well show you that. Now we're just waiting for this, oh, there's another one, see? He went to a different spot now. I wonder if there's more than one. Anyways, they're pretty cute. All right. Looks like our next arrival before the 777 is probably going to be Air Canada Express from Washington, CRJ. And it's about an hour flight as well. Oh, there's a groundhog behind me now. Hey, buddy. Now this one's not so scared. Oh, there he goes. Yeah. Let me see where this 777. It's about 5 minutes out, and it's about 7,000 feet. It's starting to get warm now. The sun's coming up through the clouds. Let me see if I can. No, as soon as I go to film the baby groundhog, it takes off. Let me see. There's a plane here. Yeah, it's being towed as well. I see a plane on the tarmac there. Boy, there's lots of baby groundhogs here now. Last week I only saw one, I think, and today maybe 3. Yeah, the 777 is now flying in an easterly direction, and it's going to loop around, and hopefully it comes over here. There she is. They're so cute. They come out, they grab something, and then they run back in. There's like 3 of them here. Anyways. Looks like we have an arrival here. From Washington. Air Canada Express, CRJ, 900 LR.
Order 615, contact departure 1288, good day. 88, order 615, Order 652, Winscom, clear takeoff from 123.
It's hard to tell. So we're just looking at these groundhogs. One actually looks like a mouse, but I think it's a groundhog. Yeah. Alright, let's get back to some plane action here. We got this CRJ here. And after that we have Air Canada from Ottawa. And that is the Airbus 321.
Canada 443, Canada 443, Toronto Tower, Winscom, clear to landing 124 left. 124 left, Canada 443. Blair 652, contact departure 1288 today. 1288, have a great day, Blair 652.
Looks like I see the 777 freighter. Hopefully it comes to our runway. A lot of cyclists here on a Sunday. Yeah, looks like the 777 is going to come right after it. Nice. I've had 3 777s today. Hopefully this one comes along. But first we have Air Canada 321 Airbus from Ottawa. It's about, what did I say, about 40-minute flight. And the other plane is coming from Anchorage, and that is, let me see here. Anchorage, Alaska is 5 hours and a half. Well, I think we should do a time check. It is 10 minutes after 8. Sunday, July 26th, 2026. We're coming to you live from Toronto Pearson International Airport. I am your host, Joe the Plane Spotter. Hope everyone's enjoying the show. Don't forget to hit the like button, it really helps me out. Thank you. We're just waiting for this China Cargo Airlines 777 freighter from Anchorage, Alaska. About 5 hours and a half. Hopefully it comes to the end. Come on down. Don't be shy. Sorry, I just kicked my tripod. You coming to the end? Nope. Yep. Nice. I'll get a nice close-up for you guys. What a beautiful plane, eh? Yeah, nice. Look at the size of those engines. Amazing. That's China Cargo from Anchorage, Alaska. About 5 hours and a half flight. Boeing 777 freighter. Our next arrival is going to be Air Canada Express from Philadelphia. Embraer E175. All right. We're still using 24 left for arrivals and runway 23 for departures. Air Canada Express from Philadelphia. Up next we have Porter Airlines from Montreal, another Embraer E195, and that's about a 1 hour flight. I've done that a few times. Our next arrival is Air Canada from Montreal, Airbus 320.
Breaking 169, maintain visual separation with the 319, clear takeoff from 123. Contact departure 1288, 1288, American 1169, will see you. Take into the 483, contact ground 12100, safe. 2190, airport, get it.
All right. Hopefully it gets a little bit busier. It's pretty quiet right now.
Mod 5887, contact departure 1288, 2888, today, come up 5887.
Now there's tons of planes lined up for departure on runway 23 on the north side.
Canada 402, contact departure 1288. 188 Canada 402, get in. Canada 644, winds calm, clear takeoff from 123. Washington 709, tower, liner from 123, confirm the departing 37 inside.
Ethiopian is about 37 minutes out. The Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner from Rome. Hopefully we can get something more than that.
Washington 709, maintain visual separation.
Looks
Wind
like,
speed 37 ahead, 1290 at 4 knots. Clear takeoff from 123.
Looks like Etihad's about 47 minutes out, and then also PIA is about 35 minutes out. So we'll see who's first. But they're still a ways out. Where am I here? Hopefully they keep things the way they've been going. We've been getting all the arrivals on this side. Runway 24 left. I think I'm getting it right. And they're using runway 23 for departures.
Cooper 471 Tower, Waterford 123, and confirm the departing 320 insight. Sure. Push at 709, contact departure 1288, good day. 1288, West at 709, good day.
Oh, looks like we have our first. Hello, John, JSC Plane Spotting. I was just talking about you. When did I start? Just after 7. Yes, I was just telling everyone that you have taught me the runway numbers now. So today they are landing 24 left and departing runway 23. So I was just saying earlier that I would just say the north runways or the south runways. But now I'm kind of figuring out the runway numbers, how they operate. Hey, Adria. Sorry, I forgot my glasses, so I have to use my camera. Hey, Andre Wolf, hey, good morning, how are you? What time did I start, John? Just after 7. There was a freighter coming 777 that I wanted to get, so far there's no one up on Tick Hill. I think I might have seen Elman on the right here on Convair, closer to the big advertising sign there. I saw a vehicle that looked like his there. And there's just me over here. There was a plane spotter with his car parked up on the hill on Convair. You know, it's probably not the best thing to do, but I just worry about myself. Oh, sorry, I kicked the tripod again. Yeah, so that's what time I started, John. About just after 7. Yes, bravo, John, yes. Bravo that I started at after 7, or bravo that I now know the runway numbers? Or both? Yeah, it's a nice breeze here right now, so it's not so bad. Yeah, we're just keeping an eye on some heavies coming our way. Hopefully they continue to use runway 24 left for arrivals and runway 23 for departures. But those heavies are still a ways out. Thank you everybody for participating in the chat. Right now it's a little quiet, but we do have Air Canada Express from New York, Embraer E175. Nice breeze, beautiful. Beautiful day for plane spotting. It's 8:31, July 26, 2026. Hopefully we can get some action for you guys, because staring at these planes isn't very exciting. That's why this is not my favorite configuration, but what are you going to do? Right. But there's 4 heavies on their way. Well, 3 for sure. Etihad, A380, PIA 777, and Ethiopian 787 Dreamliner. But the planes are definitely lined up over there at runway 23 for departure. This is Air Canada Express Embraer E175 from New York. Airport code LGA. On final approach at runway 24 left. I prefer being at a location when the planes are taking off. Just it's a lot more action, you know. That China Air cargo that arrived this morning, it's leaving already. Excuse me, I'm gonna sneeze.
Alan pulling on over departure. Sky 121, counting departure 1288, good day. Good day. Push 2000, wind 29085, please take off, runway 23. Route 1624, counting departure 1288, good day. For departure, have a good day, Route 1624. Direct Internet 259, Tower line up, runway 23.
Looks like the first of the heavy is going to be PIA. That is 33 minutes out. Or maybe the Ethiopian might sneak in first. I think the Ethiopian will be first. That's flying over Peterborough right now. And that is Boeing 787 Dreamliner. They used to bring the A350, but lately they've been bringing the Dreamliner.
Jet 350, Tower line up, runway 23, and on your departure, climb 5,000 feet. Roger. Rouge 2000, contact departure 1288, good day. 188, Rouge 2000, good day. Jet 350, wind 29035, big takeoff, runway 23. Jet 2556, Tower line up, runway 23. Direct Internet 259, contact departure 1288, good day.
Cross our fingers. I think we're going to be getting the three heavies coming in roughly all around the same time. I think it's going to be Ethiopian first. Ethiopian is just flying over Peterborough right now. definitely a law of action. It just kind of just died. And it looks like this Air Canada has a transponder on, and that's where usually the A380s line up for the gate. China Air Cargo just taking off there now. That's the plane I started the stream with. Definitely getting very overcast now, hazy, you know. It's supposed to rain in the afternoon. Looks like our next arrival is United Express from New York, Embraer 175. Ethiopian is about 8 minutes out. Well, my apologies for the quiet action here at the airport. It's very quiet right now, but we have 3 heavies on their way: Ethiopian, PIA, and Etihad. At first we have United Express. Looks like it's going to be Ethiopian first, and then PIA, then Etihad. Cross our fingers they come over here on runway 24 left. So far this morning they've been using 24 left for arrivals and 23 for departures. Ethiopian is about 4 minutes out, and it's a 8-hour flight. 8 hours and roughly 20 minutes from Rome, Italy. Hello again, JC Plane Spine 314. Oh, you're over at Hertz, eh? Good. Hopefully the heavies fly right over you there. Should get Ethiopian, but hopefully it comes over here. It would be a shame if it went to runway 23. Considering they've been using 23 for departures only. Yes, John, I forgot my glasses at home, but I know what you mean. I was reading your comment. I have to use my camera. Yes, peanuts, that's about it. Yeah, it looks like Ethiopian's coming here, but before that is a private jet. Coming in from a Teterboro. Bombardier Challenger. I can't even see it yet, but oh yeah, there it is. And right behind it is Ethiopian. Yeah, John's spotting the old-fashioned way. No more live stream for now. Yeah, you gotta have sense of humor, John, like you said. Peanuts. Well, it's a reality check, right? Now you know what it's all about. Looks like it's going to be Ethiopian and then PIA right after, hopefully. Yes, JAC Plane Spotting says, I see Ethiopia, and I can see it too. Should be flying right over you very soon. And it looks like it's going to be followed by PIA. And Etihad's right behind it. Hopefully they all come here. and hopefully they come to the end. Thank you once again, JAC Plane Spotting, for your always participating in the chat. Thank you very much. That's JAC Plane Spotting 314. Check out his channel. This is Ethiopian Airlines from Rome, arriving 24 left. Looks like PIA is also just got clearance for 24 left. Nothing wrong with that. And right behind it is PIA 777. 14-hour flight. And then behind that is Etihad. To be honest with you, this is a plane I don't catch very much, is the PIA. Either it lands on the other side or I'm not here when it's landing. Looks like Etihad's going to the other side. Wow. Yeah. We didn't manage to get 3 heavies in a row. Eddie has landing on runway 23. Imagine that, eh? Oh well, we can't complain. Well, we can, but I'm gonna see if I can film it coming in now. That's hilarious. This is the first plane since I've been here that's landed on runway 23, and it happens to be Airbus A380. They could be heavy too, right? So what are the chances, eh? There she is. The only arrival on runway 23 since I've been here 7 in the morning. What are the chances? Oh well, what are you gonna do? We have Air Canada Jazz from Atlanta, E175. It's about a 2-hour flight. Well, let's do a little time check here. It's 9:05, Sunday, July the 26th. We're here live at Toronto Pearson International Airport. I'm Joe, your plane spotter. YYZ Spotting 416. Hope everyone's enjoying the show. Don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you, everyone. definitely quieter than it was last Sunday. Mind you, the planes were using 6 left and 6 right for departures on this side. So you usually get a little bit more action, but right now they're using 2-4 left for arrivals. Okay, Jay, see plane spotting. I'm gonna read your comment. Give me 1 second. Yes, thank you very much, John. Letting everyone know to hit the like button, subscribe, and share this video. And don't forget to check out the replay. Thank you, JC Plane Spotting 314. If you're finished over there, come over and say hello. I'm probably going to be here till about 10. Looks like our next arrival is WestJet 737 MAX 8 from Winnipeg. That's about a 1 hour and 50-minute flight, roughly. You can see the winds are very light today. And there is, oh good, there is Etihad. That was the only plane that used runway 23 for arrivals today. Since I've been here at 7 or so, the only plane that has landed on runway 23. But it is the longest runway at the airport, so maybe it needed a long runway today. Because if I'm not mistaken, runway 24 left is the shorter one on this side of the airport. I remember the days when Etihad was bringing in the A350, and then ever since then it's been the A380, which is nice. Okay. Well, it looks like the sun wants to come out here a little. Why? Why did you go to the runway 23? I assumed because it was heavy. All right, let's get this WestJet. Looks like this WestJet's gonna come to the end. Thank you. Starting to get a little sunny out here now. I'm gonna try to stay till 10 o'clock, but we'll see. If there's nothing happening, it's pretty quiet right now. Yeah, it's been a while since I've had a stream this quiet. But it's definitely quiet. My apologies. Looks like our next arrival is Air Canada from Montreal. Airbus 220. 1 hour flight. It's about a 5-hour drive from Toronto. Well, we have Korean Air. It's about 25 minutes out, and that's Airbus A350. Hopefully it comes our way, but that is coming from the north. And Emirates is about 15 minutes out. A380 from Dubai. That's about a 13 hours 45-minute flight. But for now we have Air Canada from Montreal, Airbus 220. Up next we have Delta Connections from Detroit, CRJ. Yes, John. Wishing everyone a great day and only good news. Yes, John. Very nice. This is WestJet. Another flight from Hamilton. 10 minutes. 11-minute flight from Hamilton. This is the one I was telling you about last Sunday. A 11-hour flight, 12-hour flight from Hamilton, Ontario. Porter Airlines has now just been cleared for arrival, runway 24 left from Ottawa. Embraer E195, 1 hour flight, sorry, 45 minutes flight. Well, it'd be nice to get at least one A380. Hold on, having your comment a second. Sorry, I don't have my glasses today. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, YYZ mark. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's a pretty short flight, you know. But I did get it last week. You know, what's that, a 14-minute flight? I don't know, maybe it's, like you said, maybe it's reposting the aircraft from Hamilton. I don't know. But it is kind of strange. It's a pretty short flight. Boeing 737. Porter Airlines from Ottawa. And Emirates is flying right now by the lake, so hopefully it comes our way. And Korean Air is also special livery. No, my apologies, that one's going to Boston. Next arrival is going to be another Porter Airlines. from Montreal. And hopefully Emirates right after. Cross our fingers. And Korean Air is also flying in from the north, so hopefully it comes over here. We just hit 9:30 a.m. Sunday, July 26th, 2026. I don't know, I have a bad feeling about Emirates. I have a feeling Emirates is going to go the runway 23. Yeah. Double scam today, it looks like. Oh well. Because we have a lot of narrow bodies coming our way, and I don't think it's going to fit in there. Yep. Yes, John. It looks like Emirates is going to runway 23, and Korean Air is also on the north side. So I don't know what's going to happen there. But there's 3 narrow bodies lined up for runway 24 left. So I think Emirates is going to the other side. Yeah, I actually see it. So I got a double scam today. Watch Korean go to the north side as well. Oh well, what are you gonna do? You can't always get the big boys. You know, it's funny because Emirates was flying over the lake, and it passed the south runways to go to the north side. Air Canada Rouge from Orlando. Airbus 321. Oh well, what are you gonna do? This is United Airlines. Probably coming from Chicago. I'll try to film a little bit of Emirates landing on runway 23. This is Air Canada Rouge coming in from Orlando. Runway 23, Emirates, clear to land. Runway 23. And I'm over here on 24 left. Who knows what's going to happen with Korea, if it's going to come over here or go to the other side. Let me film this guy over here. There she is, Emirates, landing on runway 23. We might get Korea on this side. It's been a while since I filmed Korea. Yeah. So both A380s were the only planes that landed today on runway 23 since I've been here around 7 a.m. So both A380s landed on the north side, runway 23. Hey, how's it going? Nice. Yeah, thank you. I'm doing my best here. YYZ Mark. Yeah, both A380s went to the north side today. But I think we're going to get Korean. There she goes, behind the building. Yeah, it's probably gonna park right there. But guess what? We're gonna get Korean Air from Seoul, Korea. Airbus A350. And it's about a 12-hour and 35-minute flight. I can just see the tail of Emirates landing. Thank you, YYZ Mark. Yeah, maybe we might end it after this A350. It would be nice if we came to the end, but we'll see. Probably not. Yeah, it's coming to the end. Nice. Nothing wrong with that. I guess we can't get them all, right? Yeah, why Z-Mark? Yeah, the A350 is a beast as well. Yeah, it sure is. You know, I was taking a good look at it, you know, with my eyes instead of looking through the camera. Yeah, this is a beautiful plane. Yeah, no complaints. I just didn't get the A380s today, but that's all right. I got Korean, I got PIA, Ethiopian, 2 777 cargo planes. Yeah, not complaining.
31701, call departure 128. 31701, good morning.
Yeah, folks, I think maybe I might wait for Emirates to hit the gate, and then I might end the stream. It's not much going on right now anyways, it's pretty quiet. It's been a pretty quiet morning, to be honest. All the departures have been on runway 23. There are 2 arrivals since I've been here at 7. And they were both the A380s. Everything else came our way. Hold on. I forgot my glasses at home, so I'm using my camera to read the screen, believe it or not. Yeah, no problem. You're going to hit the playback. Yeah, you came late. No problem. Yeah, usually I start around 8, but today I was here around 7, and I saw the 777 cargo plane coming, so I decided to start the stream. Hasn't been too bad, not too hot, not very sunny, so we're just gonna wait for. Thank you very much, YYZ Mark, for participating in the chat, and JC Plane Spotting. JC Plane Spotting 314. My apologies. Hey Adriana, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Yes, good morning to you, Adriana. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. All the arrivals were coming over here, runway 24 left, and the departures runway 23, except the two A380s were the only planes who landed on the other side. Other than that, it wasn't too bad. I'm just gonna wait for Emirates to hit the parking spot over here, and then I'm probably going to end the stream. But thank you, Adriana, for participating in the chat as always. Thank you very much. Sorry, Adriana, I forgot my glasses today, so I'm using my camera to read the screen. Where am I located today? I'm over here on Convair. Yeah, I'll pan out a little bit so you can kind of see where I am. This is Convair here, and this street goes all the way to Renforth. And then, if you go over here, this is Convair. This is where people park there. So this road here goes to Courtney Park, I think, and Britannia, or it changes into Courtney Park. And Tick Hill, where everybody likes to go, where all the ticks is over there. That's Tick Hill, more or less, right there. There was somebody setting up there this morning, but they left.
1997, maintain visual separation for takeoff right. 1721 Carolina, 23,
Okay. I didn't know that. YYZ Mark said when they built 24 left that they had to get the airport, the hotel on Carlingview to remove some of the floors. I didn't know that. You can, from the 401, yeah, the 401's right here. This is the 401. Yeah, Convair here is open. You can get here from the 401. You go to the 401 if you want. Get off at the Dixie Road, and then go east on Britannia, and you'll see the airport. Keep on going until it ends, and then make a right, and then follow the street. After there's a three-way stop. Follow the street, and you'll see a gate, but the gate is open, and the street's called Convair, and it takes you all the way to Renforth. Yeah, nice pans. Thank you, YYZ Mark. Yeah. Well, sometimes people want to figure out where you are, right? Dixie Street, so. But anyways, folks, I will try then sometimes. Yeah, this is actually a good spot. The planes are coming in from the east, so it's not really the best. When the planes are coming in from the west and they're taking off, I'll show you. They take off right about in this area here. They take off. It's the beginning of, or the ends of the runway, you would say. So they would all line up here for takeoff, and you're nice and close. And then you got the planes coming in from your left, and you can see them touch the runway. This is a good spot. Dixie Road and Airport Road are also good. There's a fence there, so. Anyways, folks, I think I'm going to end the stream soon. I'm just going to pack up some gear here. Yeah, other than that, that's really the only. Dixie Road, you're there on runway 23, Airport Road, sorry, Dixie Road, you're runway 5 left, or I don't even know what it is, 5 left, 5. When the planes are coming from the west, it's runway 5, and when they're coming in from the east, it's runway 23. Yeah, don't ask me why, but that's just the way it is. That's why it's so confusing for me. But there's only one runway on that side, on the north part of the airport. So that's a good spot to see the planes for sure. Just that you can't park on Airport Road or Dixie Road. You got to find a place to park. Yeah, Adriana, I missed it too. They both, like I was saying, 2 planes used runway 2. Every other plane since I've been here since 7 landed on this side, runway 24 left. So. Adriana says, thank you for explaining the vantage point. So no problem. Back in the day, this street Convair was closed to the public. I never knew it was open. But Sunday morning, a lot of cyclists coming through here. So yeah, so this is probably one of the best spots for plane spotting for sure. YYZ mark 50 degrees. Yeah, I know. Someone explained to me about the runways. Today was probably the best that I understood the runways today. So I'm trying. I used to say the north runways and the south runways. So anyways, I guess it helps to let the viewers know the numbers of the runways. But basically they change even though it's the same runway, but if they're coming from the east or the west, the number changes. Hopefully that helps. Anyways, everybody, I just want to say thank you to everyone who participated in the chat. YYZ Mark, Adriana, JC Plane Spotting 314, and I apologize if I missed anybody else. I'd like to thank everyone. Don't forget to hit the like button. This is Joe, your plane spotter. YYZ Spotting 416 saying goodbye from Toronto Pearson International Airport. Bye for now, everyone. My pleasure, Adriana, my pleasure. Bye, everyone. Have a great Sunday. Hopefully, I'll be back here next Sunday. Take care.